Ooh, how's it look? Gorgeous. I love it. And we're actually on time today. I've been getting better. I didn't do drag the whole month of January. And then this week, I think this is my 4th time getting into drag, so I'm like, ooh, okay, I'm back in it. I could get ready under 2 hours now. Not like 4 hours last Friday. I was like, uh-oh. I forgot how.
That's so long.
Yeah, 4 hours, yeah. But when you're doing it, it like flies by. And yeah, usually we'll just ramble for like an hour. We'll do some kind of wrap up that's usually like plug yourself or well, we could do a formal intro, which we usually don't for this podcast. Hello and welcome to Masc for Mascara. I am your co-host and actually host today. Coda is sick. We're wishing and sending positive thoughts your way. Happy healing. But I am Dr. Viola Voila. And today I am joined by extra special guest, Janelle Pescatore. They, a small business owner, teacher, and human rights activist from Tri-Town Human Rights Coalition. Thank you for being here, Janelle. Is there anything you would like to add to that list of titles?
Well, thank you for having me.
Of course.
I don't think so. I think you covered it.
And we were kind of talking about, before we got into it, we're both teachers and educators. So I'd love to know how you got into teaching and educating.
So I have always loved working with children, and I got into it wanting to open my own school. Mm-hmm. And when I got out of college, I kind of stumbled in the nanny world, ended up meeting like the best families ever. And I was working as a nanny through COVID and got laid off, and the stars kind of just aligned for me that I ended up moving and becoming their neighbor. So I went from like their nanny to their neighbor and opening my neighbor's school.
And I'm sure the word of mouth of just like, Janelle is awesome. And especially during the pandemic, I feel like so many, as a music educator, that we're also conjoined with a preschool. I don't know, I've been in this world of teaching small people. And I know during COVID, it was such a time of like families being sequestered together, but then also needing like some kind of relief.
Yes.
And a lot of our families actually did like a in-home preschool kind of care, which our school is kind of modeled after. So I'm curious in terms of like philosophy into your school and how you run it out of your home. How does that work and look like?
I love running it out of my home because I get to have my cats there. We have chickens as part of our program. And I use all my knowledge from nannying and working with children individually into running a small group program that's neuroaffirming and encouraging each child to reach their full potential and be themselves.
Neuroaffirming. Could you explain that more for our listeners?
So neuroaffirming basically means that our program fosters neurodiversity, that all brains are different and unique, and each child has their own way of learning and their own way of communicating.
I love that. I have a sister with special needs. So I don't know, I've always been in this world of being around people and seeing just the joy of different neuro learners being together in a space.
Yes.
So can you explain what that might look like in your home?
So our program is for little ones, children 2.9 to 5 mostly. We do have a homeschool student that pops in and reads us stories and engages in their own way. But it's mostly for preschoolers. And we have like open art space so they can always create and have access to different materials. Like they love doing paint sticks and glitter, of course.
Of course.
Play-Doh. And then we have like our crash pad area where they can move their bodies, they can put on music. We listen to like the same song on repeat all the time.
How many educators are in your house, or is it just you?
It's just me.
Wow. How many kids are?
Right now, 5.
5, okay.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah. It's a small group, but it's amazing.
If you ever want a drop-in drag queen to lead like a little musical activity or story, I would love that.
I would love that. They would love that.
Yes, I would. Yeah.
So last year we were all in the Tri-Town Pride Parade together. We have a bunch bike, which is a bike that I ride that all 6 of them, they can fit 6 kids in there.
On the bike?
In the bike.
In the bike.
In the bike.
Is it like
it's like a basket.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's so cute. It's so joyful. Like when you're riding around town, everyone's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. You just made my day. And the kid's like, hi. And so when we ride it in the Pride Parade, and last year they were like, we just want to make sure that we get a picture with the drag queens and the drag kings. And I was like, we will. And the day totally got away from us. Like we were just having so much fun and dancing with the drag queens.
But this year then.
This year we will. We'll get the photo.
That's a great little segue into how did you become the president of Tri-Town Human Rights Coalition?
So when I first moved here and opened my school, there was like a parent group where people like it was like mixed views. And I was like, well, like I really need to like be myself and be out here and like because I'm a queer business owner. So like I can put myself out there as an LGBTQ business owner in this community and like feel confident to do that. And like it went back and forth in the group, like just different opinions about like there was a drag queen story hour that popped up and some people didn't like it. And so that
And this was in Topsfield or
Topsfield, Boxford, Middleton.
Okay, so that is the Tri-Town experience.
That's the
trifecta. Okay.
Yep. And so then I was like blocked from the parent groups and for speaking out about my support of the LGBTQ community.
Wow. How long ago was this?
4 years ago.
Okay, so that's like about the time I moved here.
Yeah,
Into
like
this
2022.
area. Yeah, and I don't know if you can talk to this a little bit too. Over the last 4 years, I have personally seen an influx of LGBTQ plus individuals to this area, and also just the widespreading of queer joy and love and the creation and founding of more pride organizations in the North Shore. So has that been your experience?
Yes.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
So when our group got together, immediately Hamilton and Wenham Human Rights Coalition was like, oh, hey, we have mutual friends.
I headlined their Pride last year. I'm doing it again this year.
Yes,
I love them.
I saw you there from a distance.
Wait, you were there? I was like, oh, wow.
Yes, of course I was there.
I was busy doing children's makeup. That's maybe when you saw me.
Yeah, I think you performed maybe at the end.
Well, I performed before my makeup sessions, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But maybe I saw you. Now that I'm looking deeper into your soul, I was like, oh, yeah, I did see you there. I love that.
There's so many people there.
Yes, yeah.
I love it.
So, yeah, speak more about, I don't know, what drew you to want to galvanize and start this coalition?
So I'm like raising children in the community, and I love doing that. And I thought, if I can't live out loud and be myself, how can I ever expect these kids to do that and like go to school here and be in this small town community? Like the love is here. We just need to like get the people together and get it organized, and it will grow and spread. And that's exactly what's been happening for the last 4 years. And I also, when Trump got reelected, I was so nervous. I was like, we just started a human rights organization. Like, we're going to be so busy. Like, what's to come? And it's been so much love and so much, like, community. And it's really, like, actually helping us get through it, which is amazing.
Yes, because, I don't know, my husband, Logan Taylor, is also on the board of the newly founded Cape Ann Pride Coalition. And I know that we connected through you because there's this meeting that occurs between all the North Shore Pride organizations. Can you speak more about that?
Yes, that is the North Shore Rainbow Coalition.
Yeah, not the Rainbow Connection.
Not the Rainbow Connection.
Which I said earlier.
So the first time we ever met, we all got together at, I think it was Rockefeller's in Salem. And
that sounds right.
North Shore Pride organized it. And they were like, hey, like there's Pride events popping up all over the North Shore. If you know anyone that's an organizer, invite them. We'll all get dinner on this night. And so I went and met other Pride organizers, and we just sort of went around the table, said where we were from, what we were working on, what we needed help with. And the goal of the meeting is to just support each other. And so I met Logan at the last one in February where we all got together on Zoom. And we talked about different projects that we were working on, and he was talking about working on some things in Ipswich, and I was like, yes, let's connect and get together.
So why do you think there is this such an influx of more queer joy, like, in the North Shore? Because there's two sides of the coin. One, as someone who's recently moved here, kind of like yourself, around 4 years ago, that I was like, oh, is it just these younger, cooler, hipper people that wanting to, like, spread that love and joy and make sure that our youth is seeing that? Or I've also been noticing that they've been here the whole time. Like, a town like Ipswich, so artsy, so cultural. So of course we're here, but I didn't see as many happen-goings, like as many events happening. And I wanted to be one of those people that's like, let's have parties, let's get together and include the youth. So what is it for you? What have you noticed?
Whenever I saw like negative comments in that one Facebook group, I was like, we're having a pride parade.
Yes.
Like, we are gonna have the gayest parade ever this town has ever seen. And this is our little historical town of Topsfield.
Wait, so was last year the first parade then?
No, 2023 was our first parade.
Can you explain and detail more of like the progress you've seen in your own organization over the years?
Sure. So we started in 2022, and we were like, we wanted to have a parade, but it was already June. And so we had 3 weeks left in the month. And we met with the town administrator and the police chief. And then we were like, they're like, considering insurance and logistics, 3 weeks, you can't really plan a parade, but how about a picnic? And so we were like, all right, we'll start with a picnic. And next year we're doing a parade. And they were like, okay, like, you can have a parade. And they were supportive. But the next year, 2023, we had our parade, and it was amazing. And it rained, but still had like 300 people come out in the rain. Wow. We had drag queens and kings from Salem march with us.
And ones I know, Ms. Diamond, Maxine Harrison, Buster Pants.
Those three,
yeah.
exactly.
So I was like, they're the go-to, yeah. The hometown queeros.
Yes, the hometown queeros. And then we also have always included a drag story time in our event. So that's always fun, too, that we have.
I love that.
We had Clara Devine read at the first one.
Yes, she just made my husband a wig.
Oh, yes, she makes incredible wigs.
Yeah, I think it's Divine Wigs, yeah.
Yeah.
She's great, yeah. I just performed with her too at Jock's Cabaret in Boston. Yeah, it was so much fun. I love how all these communities are, I don't know,
so
intermingling.
Right?
And I'm like, there's so many more of us than I'm realizing.
Yes. I was watching one of your other shows and you were like, where are the North Shore queeros? We're going to find each other. And I was like, oh, I'm going to find you guys.
Yes. Well, I can't wait to come to your upcoming events. If you could give us like a brief outline of what's happening this year.
Ooh, we have a lot happening this year.
I know. When I like Googled you, I was like, oh my goodness, like how are we gonna highlight all of these amazing events? So maybe chronologically, because
it started with the Pride Parade,
yes.
but now we're expanding to more things. So when we were organizing for Pride, we realized that we needed to be an organization to fundraise and put money into our event and to pay performers and to pay for porta potties.
Wait, how long were you doing it without? Like LLC status or? We
did it 1 year. We did the picnic, just volunteers bought random stuff that we needed. And like local businesses like my neighbor's school like supported with permits and stuff like that. And then the next year we had the library help us out, whereas we could have people donate to their DEI fund and they would support the event through the library. And then we were like, all right, we really need an organization. And so when we were organizing, there was me and one other person on the board out of the six of us that were queer. And so we were like, we had a Latina woman, we had a Black woman. They were like, you know what? Let's cover human rights because this community, like, we represent more than just the LGBTQ community, and it's important. And so it was important to all of us, and that was the route we went when we formalized. And we were like, we can do beyond Pride events.
Yeah,
we can do way more events. We also do a Juneteenth event, and I'll get into it.
I love it. Yeah.
So our next coming event is we're going to have a Rest is Resistance event at Zoomies Espresso.
I love Zoomies.
Yeah, in Topsfield. We're going to do a silent reading event. So you can come it's the No Kings weekend.
Yes.
Our community Indivisible, which is a Tri-Town Indivisible chapter, is organizing a No Kings protest on Friday in Topsfield, Friday, March 27th. And after that, that's 3 to 4 at Zoomies, Tri-Town Human Rights Coalition will be hosting the Rest for Resistance, where you can come, grab a coffee or a tea, and grab a book and sit amongst your neighbors and read.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Yeah. We have our Trans Day of Visibility event that we're doing on March 31st at the Topsfield Library from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. That's going to be a community gathering, so like a welcoming space to celebrate trans joy and get the community together.
Yeah, because
have you heard of Trans Day of Visibility?
Yes, and actually I've had other organizations reach out to me wanting to do events specifically on Trans Day of Visibility Day, the national day, and wanting to kind of highlight and feature. But then this year, some of them backed away because I feel it's in the media. And for someone like me, it's always been like, I've always just seen the hate. So it saddens me that people are shying away from that. But the fact that you're highlighting it and choosing to have this day, what does that mean? And it is on the national day for you as well?
Yes.
Yes.
I chose to do it on the national day because I felt like that's what the day is about and it's important. And I learned a little bit more about the history about it. And I want to share that history at the event.
Yeah.
But to sum it up, there is a Trans Day of Remembrance in November. And I was reading that some trans folks find that to be really devastating and sad. And it is sad, and the purpose is to grieve and be together and mourn those losses. But trans folks also wanted a day where they could just be themselves and have joy. And so that's what Trans Day of Visibility is. It's a day of visibility and solidarity and joy. And I think that our Tri-Town community really needs that visibility outside of Pride.
Yeah.
Like I've met a few transgender families with transgender family members, and they don't want to go to school, and they don't feel safe at Masco, and so they'll go to other schools, and that just breaks my heart. Like, we're all here trying to make this community a safe place for our kids, and that includes our transgender kids and our marginalized kids. And I've sat on, I went to a meeting through the Tri-Town Council where they had the Youth Advisory Board did a survey. And students that are in marginalized communities are the ones that are not succeeding or reaching their full potential here. And it has nothing to do with them and everything to do with the systems in place. And so we need to do something about those systems. And the first thing we could think of was, let's have a little gathering and celebrate and bring awareness and celebrate our trans families and make them know that, let them know that they have a place here and they have community.
Yeah. Is there going to be any drag performers at that event?
Would you like to come?
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yes.
So I've been trying so hard, and I know it's going to happen eventually, that the Ipswich Library will have me. But we recorded at least 12 episodes last year of me doing a musical story hour. Because through my work at Suzuki School New, and I incorporate stories into my musical teaching already. So I already have this whole hour repertoire of just musical stories. So I would love that.
Yeah, so it's just we're going to have an affirmation station. We have an affirmation mirror with gender affirming affirmations. It's really cute. Our vice president made it. And then we have we're going to give away trans pride flags, little ones, to spread the joy.
Is there any educational component to this?
Yes and no.
Yeah, because I'm always curious when
we're hoping to have some educational things out there, but we don't want to make it too informational. We want it to be fun.
Yeah, and I've been feeling with a lot of my events, you don't necessarily have to it's the trans isn't the headline, but it's just the safe space for everyone to come together and just letting the town know we're here year round.
Yes.
Even though this is the day in quotes, But like, you could talk to us, and this is a safe space to ask any questions you might have.
Yeah.
And as someone with so many trans friends in the North Shore, I'm like, and their general feeling of not wanting to be maybe as out publicly or as joyously, especially with these times, like I commend you for doing that work, and I could cite you as an example to other businesses and being like, you could do it, and the community is going to show up and support. So I look forward to hearing about and possibly attending this event. Yes. Yeah, it is the first one that I've heard of, like, an organization actually doing an event on the day.
I think Danvers GSA does one.
Okay. But the GSA, so I've done a few speeches for GSAs, and they're so like, it's just internally done. Like, they don't publicize beyond. Yeah, so even when I've given like guest lecture spots, I did one in Beverly and then one in Buckingham Brown in Boston. They were like, yeah, we reached out to you separately, like, and like don't want to promote it really to like the greater public because it's just for our GSA. So I was like, oh, that's so interesting that even like the consent is among GSAs that we're gonna hide. Like, to me, it just seems like counterintuitive.
Yes. I invited both the middle school and the high school GSA to participate, and they both said they would. But the middle school GSA was like, well, we are separate from the high school, and we want to stay that way. And I'm like, but we have such small numbers of kids, and we're all one community.
Exactly.
And I personally feel like in life, you're not kept with your same age bracket of people.
No.
You're interacting with people of all generations and all ages. So to teach kids, like, you have to stay in this group and not interact with kids older, it's not really helpful.
Yeah, I agree. Oh my goodness.
Like, these kids are looking for community. So, like, even if there's only 3 kids in the GSA in the high school, like, it would be nice for them to connect.
Exactly. We'll use that to reach out to Ipswich High School.
Does Ipswich High School have a GSA?
They used to.
Okay.
Yeah. As far as I know, they currently do not.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did GSA in high school.
You did, yeah. Can you explain that experience? Well, what did that look like for you?
I thought I was an ally at the time. I was a little confused.
But you joined, so
but
we love that.
But I joined because I had all queer friends.
Yes, yeah. Because they're the coolest, yeah.
If you have all queer and neurodivergent friends, you're going to figure out that you're queer and neurodivergent eventually.
You're like, why am I the only one out? Oh, wait. Yeah, because I've been finding it takes like the leading faculty member to be like, I'm continuing this. It doesn't even have to do with like the population size.
Oh, okay.
It's like, if there's one teacher who really believes in having it, then the school will have it, kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
At least that was my experience talking to the other GSA organizations in these high schools I've been lecturing at, where it's like, you need that one loud teacher to be like, our students need this. Because the students, like, I don't know, like, it's helpful to have that person as a voice to come forward and like, yeah. Oof.
Yeah. And help those kids get together.
Exactly. Being like, I know someone and they know someone. So like the 3 of us make a GSA.
Yes, exactly. But that's why we have to be public with our events and invite the other kids to come too. The kids who don't feel safe at school and all community members. At my school, when you walk in, we have like a little mud room and I have the trans pride flag right there. Like, if this bothers you, this is not your school. Because this is a safe space intentionally. And I feel like this is my home and I don't have to welcome anyone here who doesn't make me feel safe.
Yeah.
And if someone is a transphobe, they're not safe to me.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Thank you for that. Do you ever have, just because I feel like it's such a hot topic, like, of people being like, not around my young children? Like, what do you tell those people? Or are you one of those that just feels like your message is strong enough, and if they're not willing to even like read into that message of just like love and community support, then it's not worth my time?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Basically.
And I've had to like help teach my partner to be like, those people aren't like ever gonna attend. So it's like, why are you acknowledging their hateful comment when it's like they're not going to understand, so it's not worth our time.
Yeah, as an organization, we we don't engage with the trolls on Facebook because some people will just post random things as like bait to get you to react. And it's
exactly.
Like, we're too busy planning Pride to respond to you right now.
Yeah, we're too busy spreading joy and love and
Yeah.
getting the community involved. And yes, that's what it's all about. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it takes a special person to be so visible in the town, to be like, this is me. I'm willing to get backlash on Facebook. And like, so
Yes.
what kind of drives
Yeah.
that passion in you? And what is it behind it? Because to me, it's just like, I'm my authentic self year round.
Yep.
And I just want to spread joy and let the community know that like you're safe and accepted here. So like, what is it
Yeah.
for you?
It's very similar for me. Like I want to be that way too. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like a lot of kids and people do feel that way. Like I meet more people in town who come to me, like a lot of trans families I'm connected with. Like we're here.
Yeah.
But people don't always necessarily know who those people are.
Yeah.
And it's like in a time where the government is trying to dehumanize trans
Yes.
people,
Let's speak on that. Yes.
like get out of here.
Yes, get out of here.
Like it drives me insane, and I just feel like I have to do something.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if it's like this for you. Every day on my Instagram feed, I'm seeing one of my trans friends or peers, performers, like talk about the hate and criticism that they're receiving and how afraid they are to just exist.
yeah.
So like the more that we could just socially come together and like realize that they're just trying to be.
They're just trying to live life just like anyone else.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I really commend you, and I'm glad that your town is supporting you. Like, do you just feel like the community is growing together, or has there been any backlash? Can you speak to that?
Yes. I
Yeah.
can.
Well, I would
There
love to know.
hasn't been like backlash.
There's
per
always like the
se.
hater on Facebook that they're not going outside anyway.
Yeah.
So what has been your experience?
So we organize we're the Tri-Town Human Rights Coalition, but we do our parade in Topsfield
Yeah.
because we trust our police department.
Yeah.
They have like shown up for me and made me feel safe in certain situations, and I trust them.
Good.
And our town is like open to the conversations, whereas the other towns we have not necessarily made that progress yet.
Which towns?
Boxford and Middleton.
Okay, yeah. They aren't part of your organization or any kind of pride?
We have residents from Boxford and Middleton that are part of our
Okay, I see,
organization.
yeah.
We represent all three towns because our high school and middle school are regional.
Yeah. Okay,
So
that makes sense.
like our middle schools are together, those three towns all go together, and then the same with the high school.
So have you talked face to face to some of these people?
No, I usually ask that the people that live there trying to do it.
Yeah.
But we've invited them all via email to participate in the parade, and we just usually don't really hear from them.
Okay, so it's more behind the scenes that you're hearing the dissension. It's not like picketing or
No
showing up
picketing.
and protesting.
In all our years, in all our events, we've not had one single protester.
Okay, that's amazing, because
Right?
that's not the case here in
'Cause
Ipswich.
we are very, very intentional about the way we roll out our events, and the way we the words we use. We're intentional.
What kind of words do you use? Or like how would you make it, I don't know, like in a very succinct way, let the community know that it's just about joy and love and about everyone feeling seen?
Yeah, like that is
That's
what
it.
it's about. That's what it's about, right?
Exactly.
Last year, one of our theme was "Our existence is resistance. Love lights the way," and we did get pushback from the select board
the
about
word resistance?
yes.
Yeah, I see that.
And so we had like an hour-long meeting about what the word resistance means
Yeah.
and why we chose certain colors for certain words on our banner. And at one point, they asked us to put tape on them to just put "Our existence is love lights the way."
Yeah.
And I was like, I wish it were that way,
Yeah.
but it's not. So
So you didn't end up changing anything about the poster. Okay,
Nope.
good.
no, I was like, no, like we're
Yes.
not going to tape our poster. Our
Yeah.
poster is beautiful. And it's a symbol of love and pride. And it should be up all month to share the joy of that day.
Exactly.
And the businesses that support it aren't just businesses that sponsored an event. They're businesses that sponsor our community,
Yes.
being a more safe and inclusive space.
Yeah.
And if you look at it and you see which businesses are on there, there are a lot of local businesses, a lot of businesses that support our youth, and it's really incredible.
I agree. So the Trans Day of Visibility event on March 31st at the library, Topsfield Library.
Yep.
Then what does the rest of your calendar year look like?
So in April, we have a few Earth Day events. We usually participate in the Middleton Earth Day event and the Topsfield Earth Day event. Last year, we collected clothes for the Nagley Boutique.
Ooh.
Have you heard of the Nagley Boutique?
I didn't know they had a boutique, but I have had Nagley representatives at some of my events, and I've gone to like the creative collective meetings and that happen at Nagley's headquarters. And yeah, I love Nagley.
Yeah, I
but
just
they have
saw
a
that.
boutique?
I just saw that they were putting on a fashion show to support their boutique.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, when I found out about it's called like the Gender Affirming Boutique, and they let kids have clothes for free.
Oh, that's amazing.
I was like, kids should all be wearing clothes for free.
Exactly.
Like, there's so many clothes on the planet. So we collected clothes for them, and it was amazing. People came out, and they were so excited to like support Nagley with clothing. Yeah. Because everyone has an extra. Oh my goodness! An extra set of clothes around.
A couple extra hundred.
Yeah.
Clothing articles. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's in April.
That's in April. We're going to be doing that again, and we're doing some invasive plant trimmings at. Have you heard of the Invasive Plant Task Force?
No, but my husband is a gardener, so I need to tell him because he would love that.
So there's a group of environmental folks locally that like to snip invasive weeds, and like the invasive weeds take down the native plants. So to help the native plants thrive, you take down the invasives. Sense. So we're working with them. We're doing 2 events at Hood Pond Beach, which is a local pond between Ipswich and Topsfield.
Oh wow! I feel like Topsfield we're so close, but it's like I know the Topsfield Fair. And that's about it.
That's about everybody.
Exactly, yeah. So Hood Pond.
Yep.
Need to check it out. I'm sure there are walking paths. I'm sure it's beautiful.
I'm also on the Hood Pond board, so I had to plug it.
Yes, of course. That makes sense. What about after April? Into Pride season.
Oh, then we have Pride season.
Which starts earlier and earlier, I feel like, every year. So it's like, I've already started booking what they're calling Pride gigs, but it's like the beginning of May. So I'm like, yes, May, June, July, Pride season. Yeah, officially, but obviously I like to think it's year round. So what does your May and June look like for the Tri-Town Human Rights Coalition?
So May is leading up to Pride, where we will pop up at we're planning to pop up at Maggie's Farm in Middleton one evening for like a fundraiser night to share more information about Pride and like get some Middleton folks involved.
Are these all ages events, all of them?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love
that. I work with preschoolers and kids, so that's kind of at like the heart of everything we do. Like our Trans Day of Visibility, there will be kids there. There'll be children's books readily available. Pride, we always have kids in the parade. It's very family focused.
I love that.
Yeah, it's fun. I know some of the other Pride events, like they have like a kids area, but ours is like so many kids. Yeah. Some of my queer friends that came to the first one, they were like, wow, I wasn't prepared to be around kids like this.
Yeah. I was kind of struck by that from my, I think they call it Hamilton Wenham HRC Pride last year. I was just like, there's so many kids, and like, parents coming up to me and being like, put my kid in makeup. I was like, okay. I was like, do I need to be careful of like photos if they're like, no, we don't care.
That's awesome that you did makeup there.
Yes. Yeah. I've never done makeup on children. And I was like, should I be worried? Like, is something like, what if a photo gets leaked? And they're like, oh no, like it's totally fine. Like, I was like, ooh, yeah. So
we do nail painting at our gender affirming table at Pride. And one of my friends was like, I wasn't prepared for like sticky kids' fingers. I thought it was just going to be like queer adults. And I was like, oh, it's a big community. Yes. People come here to raise their kids, so
yes. And you
tons of kids.
Explained the parade and last year's events. Can you kind of build upon what's going to happen this year in 2026?
So last year we set our goal for Pride at 500 because I was like, we're growing every year. More people know about it, and more families are telling their friends and bringing other families in. I was like, we'll set it our goal at 500, and I don't know if it was like the federal administration and people being more like vocal about their beliefs, but we had 1,000 people.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Yeah.
It was so amazing.
Where is it?
It's in Topsfield, downtown.
Downtown. Okay,
so we go down Main Street and finish at the Town Common, which is like the big green space. And there's a gazebo.
And you had drag artists. I know we were talking about some of them that I know and are friends of mine. So Daring to Shine.
We had Daring to Shine ride in a fire truck.
Oh, that's amazing.
Right? Yeah. He said it was a dream come true.
I'm sure, did you let him know beforehand too? And he had like a full fireman outfit on because
yes.
I don't know, Darren's drag is just like so elevated and like glam, and they always go full out. That I love it. Yeah.
Yes. Darren to Shine, Russell Sprouts, and Diva D all had a parade look, and then they had performance
They're
looks.
professionals. I love
So
it.
they did like a full drag performance. They read Calvin, have you read Calvin?
Yeah, I love it.
Which is a story about a transgender child. And then Russell read Peaceful Fights for Equal Rights, which is like a book about protesting with families. Super cute. We had a punk band, Already Dead, play a few songs, which is my part. I love bringing
You're a musician
the punk.
too?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. I was like, you played in the punk band? Yeah.
No, just a fan.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And then Darren and Russell and Diva D all did a no hate act. And it was about banning hate and not books. And
like a little skit.
yeah, a little skit with
Ooh.
music. And then they finished up with a Wicked little drag skit of Wicked.
Oh yeah, Wicked is still so popular.
Yeah. The
So
kids
you-
loved it.
Are you
And they
having
like
them all back this year?
yes.
Oh,
Of
yes.
course, yes.
I was
We
like, if
love-
you need someone for this year, yeah, sign me up.
We would love to have you in our parade.
Oh yeah. When is your parade? Which weekend? Because I know
It's
a lot
June
of them-
7th.
June 7th.
6-7, if you will.
6-7, yes. Because I know that's part of the reason why the Rainbow Coalition, where all the North Shore Pride organizations meet, so that you could kind of disperse the events, correct?
Yes.
Like, what is the goal of the meetings of all the North Shore Pride organizations as someone who attends them?
The goal is to support each other. Let each other know about each other's events, what resources are being offered, ask each other questions. What do you need? Like, do you need an insurance vendor? Or what food vendors do you need? Stuff like that. Just always lifting each other up. And it's amazing. When we first just met with our town administration about having a parade, they're like, what about North Shore Pride? Are they going to feel like their toes are stepped on? And I was like, nope. They're happy to support us. They love what we're doing. They love to see it. Like, there's more queer joy and more queer families. So
Yeah, more doesn't mean less for anyone else. It just
Yeah.
means we're spreading the love. Yeah.
yes, I'm like, it's not a competition
Yeah.
for us. Like, we are all working together and sharing resources to help each other grow.
So you've been the president since its formation.
Yes.
Where do you see not only the organization going, but you personally? Do you want to stay president? Like, what does your future look like?
I don't know.
Yeah. You're just happy to go with the flow?
I never imagined that I would start this organization or lead this organization or be in this position, but I've been loving it. And
But it seems like you put a lot of thought into it. And I'm sure as someone who's been on a lot of boards lately in the last couple of years, like being the president, I feel like there must be so much added work and pressure. Like, how do you feel being the president?
I feel like really confident this year. Like,
You look confident, so yeah.
yeah, I've been trying to just like take the rest that I need and plan and coordinate. Like, it gets easier every year. I feel like there are so many like small groups in the community that all have like a very specific focus. Like, we have a sustainability committee, and like that is great.
Yeah.
But I just love that with human rights we can cover so many things and work with so many different organizations. So we're just forming partnerships.
So as an HRC organization, does that mean you're attending other HRC events throughout the year, or how does that work?
Yeah, we try to.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just a lot going on.
Yes. So from all
So keeping up with the Rainbow Coalition.
I know.
Like,
How do you do it though? How do you keep track and throughout the year stay so organized? Calendars, yeah. Like a physical
shared Google Drives.
Yeah, shared Google Drives. Oh my goodness. But you always have that one person in the meeting like, I can't find the Google Drive.
Every meeting.
Can you reshare the Google Drive link? Yes.
I'm like, here's the agenda with the Zoom link. And
I like that. So from all these events moving forward for the year, how do you keep that energy going post Pride season?
So post Pride, we originally felt like a crash of burnout. And
Like in your organization's initial year, or?
Yep, in the like initial year, the second year, and we're sort of bouncing back now. So Hood Pond Beach has Community Day on Juneteenth, where the beach is open to anyone. Otherwise, after that, it becomes a membership beach, so you have to be a member to go. And so for Community Day, like organizing Community Day on Juneteenth with HRC, like we're bringing in different vendors, and it's sort of recharging because it's like, hey, everyone just come down to the beach for the day. Like we have food, we have a food truck, come check out our beach and just chill out and be amongst your human rights friends. And it's amazing. So many families show up and it sort of recharges us. Like being amongst your community, like organizing can be draining, but the love that you feel from like being with everyone recharges you, and it's like, this is why we do the work and what keeps us going.
I definitely feel that, because even like the physical aspect of showing up, but then like getting into drag, like every time I do it, I'm like, oh my goodness, why do I do this to myself? But then when I'm like talking to amazing people like you, I'm like, oh, these people are doing the work, and I don't know, it does energize me. But people just call me crazy. Do people call you crazy too? Like,
yes.
How do you have the energy? So it does take a special kind of person, yes.
Definitely. Yeah.
So I don't know, is there a particular moment in your presidency that you feel like has been like my defining moment?
Ooh, good question.
Or is like there a certain exchange that happened between someone that really sticks out in your mind as like, I don't know, a highlight story?
Well,
I don't know, like for me, what comes into like the most graphic memory or like when family members, especially mothers, will come up to me and be like, I need help. Like my child just came out as non-binary and pan, and I don't know what that means. Like, and they're like so flustered about it. And then after talking to me, and they walk away, hopefully. And what they tell me, feeling a little more hopeful that like just be there for your child and let them express themselves in a safe space and just let them know that you love and support them. Like, and then they cry and then I'm crying. And then, so I have so many of those kinds of stories. So I'm just curious, like for you.
Yeah, probably like when my former nanny kiddo, sometimes I call her my daughter, like her friends will come out to me and like talk to me, and I'm like, oh, like I'm your safe adult. One of her friends last year was like, I'm bi, and I have a crush on 2 people at the same time. And I was like, it's okay. Like, I'm polyamorous. And she's like, what? She's like, my dad told me that I should talk to you. And I was like, I'm so honored.
So you're known as that person in the community.
Yes. Yes. And I like just seeing other parents show up for their kids, like, oh, hey, like you could talk to her, or you could talk here, or we'll go to Pride, or we're all going to wear your Pride flags. It's like so healing. I'm like, that's so sweet.
It's moments like those that I'm just like, this is why I do it. And this is why I show up for my community. And
Yep. So like our first year in the parade that I had my bike with my kids, I had a bunch of the dads carry big flags in the back. And I'm with my kids, and there's 4 boys and 2 girls, and the boys are like, yo, look at our dads. Like they got to carry the big flags. And like these like sports dads are just carrying like the big trans pride flag, and they're like, look at our dads.
I hope you got a photo of that for the website.
Oh yeah. And I was just like, this is so like, I love this so much. And I like told all the dads, like, my dad's not here. My dad's never going to go to a pride parade. And like just seeing you guys show up for the kids that we're raising is so beautiful.
Yeah. That struck me too. That jogged a memory of another exchange of like seeing children come to some of these pride events that you're having. My story is from the Hamilton Wenham Pride last year, and it was a child that was just like, I came alone today because my parents don't accept me, but I'm here because I knew I would feel safe and accepted here. And it's moments like that. I'm like, that's why we do it.
Yes, yes.
I'm like, also, how did you get here? Do you have a ride home? Like,
Yeah.
Then I connect them with a volunteer. I'm like, come over here.
Yep. And there's just always like amazing people that will step up and help out. Like our first year, we did not have enough people to help out. And we just had random parents who were like, oh, you need something? I'll just jump in and serve pizzas. Like, sure, I'll just jump in. And I was like, this is amazing. And I felt that when I moved here. I was like, I know that like I feel a sense of belonging. So like the good people are here, and I can't let this like little bit of hate on Facebook be what people think of our town and like think of our community, because we can be ourselves here and live out loud.
Yes, I totally agree with that sentiment.
Topsfield is run by volunteers, but it's amazing.
Wait, so where did you grow up then?
I grew up on the North Shore.
Okay, you did.
Yes.
You struck me as someone who feels very at home here.
Yes.
But I was like,
yes.
You look so... I mean, there's so many artists that I'm like, oh, you look so cool. So what made you want to stay in the North Shore?
So I was working in Topsfield as a nanny, and then it was COVID, and I wasn't in Topsfield for a bit because I was laid off. I was staying home. And I was like, wow, I really miss being in Topsfield. Like, I like walking the rail trail and just being in the woods. And it's like the enchanted forest for me. And so when I started looking for places to run my school, my boss at the time, now life partner, was like, you should just come back. This would be a great place for you to run a school. Like, you already know the neighbors. You feel home here. And I was like, I don't know if I can. And she was my realtor and helped me get a house.
That's amazing. So boss to life partner. Can you describe how that happened? I love that.
It sounds more inappropriate than
I
it
was
is.
like, that sounds like a movie. Yeah.
So I was her nanny. She was my boss, the mom of the kids, and we were raising these kids together. And she was working. And then when both kids went to school full time, they didn't need me anymore. And that's when I moved next door and started my school.
Oh, wow. So,
And then about a year later, we started the Human Rights Coalition together.
oh my goodness, who else is on your board?
Jackie Jansky, who's a local mom that we met through the Pride Parade, the first Pride Parade. Marissa Hathaway, who has a doula agency in Boxford. And Sarah Tollerud, who is a Boxford resident. She has been involved since we had the first Pride event too. And then Roger Bourgeois, who is our Middleton resident.
I'm just always curious because I'm like, I know I'm going to run into these people at some point. Be like, oh, I met Janelle. So if someone was watching and listening to this episode and wanting to help, let's say they're in this Tri-Town area of yours, how could they reach out to you, help to volunteer for some of your Pride events coming up?
We have a website, tritownhrc.org. You can go on our website. You could, we have a volunteer form on there, so you could submit that. You could send us an email, tritownhrc@gmail.org, or connect with us on socials. We have Facebook and Instagram.
What's the handle for that? We'll
Tri-Town HRC.
We'll tag that too.
Yeah. Tri-Town Human Rights Coalition on Facebook. And my school is also on Facebook and Instagram, Miss Janelle's Neighbor School.
I was like, how did we miss the name of your school? But that makes so much sense. Yeah. Miss Janelle's Neighbor School.
Yep.
I love that. So you mentioned your slogan, I think, for last year. Do you have a slogan for this year?
Not yet.
Yeah, because I'm always curious of like hearing. I feel like 25, there were just so many good rhyming schemes. Yeah. Like 26 is a little harder. So I was curious. So you're still thinking about it?
Yes. So we have our first Pride planning meeting on Tuesday, and our first order of business is to pick a theme. So I picked out some, but I will.
Oh, can you give us a little sneak peek of some of yours? Even just around like the general mood or feeling. Like, how is this year different?
I would like this year, I would like to lean on our last year's slogan, our existence is resistance, love lights the way, because I felt like it was really powerful. But I want to be a little bit louder and a little bit prouder this year.
Ooh, how do we be louder and prouder in 2026?
You'll have to come.
We wear mermaid sequin.
Yes. And more music.
More music.
Yes, definitely more music.
I'm like one of those people. I'm like, so do you need a drag queen?
I'm like, we want loud music in our parade.
Yeah, I could do live music and story hour.
Do you have a convertible?
Yeah. Oh, is that in the budget, Diane? A convertible for ICAM we could go and record too.
For the parade.
My husband has a Jeep that we can make topless, so
perfect.
That counts as a convertible.
And does he dress in drag too?
Yes, yeah, but he recently got into, okay, so there's this word in the drag community, which I personally don't have as negative connotations to. That's called a brick. So a brick means a very masculine-faced drag queen who like still wants to present feminine, but like
Has like a mustache?
No, not even. It's just like the facial features society has deemed as masculine. So like a wider forehead or more pronounced jaw or brow bone. So my husband is a self-proclaimed brick. Which isn't a bad thing. I don't know, beauty comes in so many shapes and sizes. But they most recently did a performance at Off Cabot, which was a Mardi Gras bingo, as a boy burlesquer. Ooh. And I don't know, like, I wasn't there because I had another event, but I saw the pictures and saw the videos, and he just kept talking about how like revered he was in his boylesquing, and like how people were like, I don't know, so into it. So I was like, he's in his boylesque era right now. So also does female presenting drag, but I think they want to get more into the boylesque scene.
That sounds amazing.
So maybe not for these family-friendly events, but if you have a 21 plus event, we'll call up Logan Taylor. Yeah.
Perfect.
Or I think they still go by Idaho. I don't know if they have a boylesque name yet. I need to ask. Yeah. But Idaho Voila is our family name.
I saw that and I was like, that is so cute.
So yeah, you'll have to mention it when you have coffee later. Or upcoming, he said. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's going to show me a new cafe in Ipswich that I've never been to.
Ooh, which one? I was like, is it Little Wolf literally right here?
Yes.
Oh, so now you know where to go.
Yes. I saw it on my way here. I was like, oh, that's where I'm meeting you.
I love Little Wolf. It's so delicious. Yeah. Honestly, like, I feel like I say this to all our guests, but I'm just meeting so many inspiring people that are like feeding my energy. We talked about that a little bit too, of being like, oh, this person is just so strong and confident, and like, I love what they've created, and it's helping me, I don't know, just wake up energized going into 2026 Pride season and being like, yes, I want to go to all the Pride parades and all the festivals and the events and spreading love and joy and building greater community. Like what I thought was initially so small of a community in North Shore, every year I'm living here, I've been like, oh, it's so big. And it's growing, and I can't wait to see it over the years living here, because I'm here to stay. And Janelle, it's been such a pleasure meeting you, and yes, I can't wait.
It's been a pleasure meeting you. I can't wait to work together.
Yes, me too. Yeah. I'm like. So signing off, Masc for Mascara. I'm your host, Dr. Viola Voila. Thank you again to special guest Janelle with Tri-Town Human Rights Coalition. Perfect. Nailed it.
Beautiful.
Well, let's take a photo before.